All right, here we go. So, 2022, we had a recap a little bit of last year. We started on Discord in September, and basically, we started with two people, which was me and Game Warrior. We added a few people from another site that we were on called Cosme, and we started to broadcast, as you know. Yes, and we started to do Bible studies, and now we are in October, November, December, October. 4 months and a little change into our ministry on here. Hey, Tentia, how you doing? Welcome. Happy New Year.
Afternoon.
So we had a bit of a success in our Christmas program that we had. We started out a little slow and it picked up a little bit. Now, I think could it have done a lot better? Sure. But for starting out and having basically um, not a whole lot of people yet and not having a whole lot of ability to get the word out as much as I would have liked, I think it was pretty successful. We had, I would say, on Facebook, I mean, that's something I know that we don't use here, but on Facebook alone, I would say, now I don't know how that's going to benefit us down the road, but I would say we had over 1,000 hits to the ad that I placed on there, which was pretty good. Now, did it generate? It didn't generate as much as I would have liked, but with that, you got to keep doing it constantly, to make it work. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. You just have to be continuously advertising. But anyway, that's a whole nother story for another day. But overall, we had some good services, and it's getting better as we are now going into 2022. We've had some new people join us that are contributing, especially in the chat. So, if I was to say overall what my feeling is for our Discord server, some of the I think successes that we've had is in the amount of people that have wanted to help us. That alone is very unusual. I mean, you can get a couple people here or there, but to have a commitment from people to say, "Yeah, I want to help you," and then not only am I saying I'm going to help you, but I'm actually going to do something and contribute. That is just something that doesn't happen every day. So I want to say thank you for those of you that, and this goes out to anybody that isn't here, but especially for those of you that are here. Thank you, because we can't do it without you. This is a big vision. I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but it goes beyond even what we're doing here. And I have this idea, that one day we are going to be able to have multi groups and different Christian events and things, and it's it's a process. As I always say, it's a process, and you got to start small. You got to start wherever you're at, and just keep working. Just keep working. But you got to have content and you got to have vision. So those two things I believe we have. All right. So I'm going to do a quick screen share. I wanted to show you the ad that I'm going to be running for our new Bible study series called Going Higher with God. Now, this is what we're going to be focusing on Thursday nights. It's going to be our primary focus through the winter months here. So just like we had Christmas, that was our major focus. Now it's this. So I want to show you the promo that I made for it. So let me see if I can screen share this real quick. Okay, it looks like this. Has our logo, has a YouTube channel, subscribe button. It has, information when it is. Now, I'm going to share with you in just a minute how we're going to be using YouTube Live for this. Okay, let me just play the video here.
Have you ever wanted to go higher? Is there a way we can truly live the abundant life God wants us to live? In this new study, Pastor will share the secrets to living the abundant Spirit-filled life in Jesus Christ.
The Spirit-filled life is not just a dream or some unattainable experience. It's not just a few chosen saints, but is for anyone who wants to go higher in the Lord. Receive the keys to going higher this winter in our new study. Thursdays 9 p.m. on Discord.
We launch out into the vast abundance of God's glory. This study will take you on a journey in learning how to be all God intends for you to be. Starting January 6, 2022.
For more information, go to our Jesus Connect channel on Discord or follow the link in this video. God bless you. And from all of us at Jesus Connect, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay, you probably saw that before, but anyway, I added it into what's called MailChimp. MailChimp is a kind of like Constant Contact. It's an emailing campaign type software. But anyway, what's nice is they have a Facebook social media post application, which this is, and it's got our Facebook channel, Twitter, which I don't really care about, but our website. By the way, we have a website now, and it's not quite ready yet. In another week or so, I'll unveil that. And then if they want to give me their, just a second, let me finish. And then if they want our if they want to give me their email address, they can subscribe. So I'm sorry. What was you saying now? I'm muted. Oh, hold on just a second. Let me go back. I always forget that. Oh, sorry about that. I always forget I mute because I don't want the feedback. What I was saying was, if you go to the back here to the bottom, you have our Facebook share and a Twitter share, Facebook, Twitter, and then our website. Which, yeah, we have a website, but it's not quite ready yet. It will be in about another week. So they can click on a link and go to our website. They can subscribe and give me their email here, And if they give us the email, then we can keep them in contact with us for our events. Now, the reason that this is important, this is what I was saying was, and I don't know what you heard and didn't hear, but this is a program called MailChimp, and it's pretty much used to campaign and get emails or leads. If you're a business, we're not a business, but it's the same principle. You get leads, people give you their email or whatever, and they can connect to us through different ways. I was a little bit up here is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the big one, because that will keep them updated in any live events that we're doing. Okay. So the reason that this is important is because it's going to go outside of Discord. Obviously, we're going to use it on Discord too, but it's going to hit, the YouTube world. It's going to hit Facebook, and it's going to hit some of the other sites that I'm on that I never talk about, or I really don't even go on them that often. But we're going to start universally using YouTube Live. YouTube Live is what I believe is going to be the tool that's going to help us grow the most this next coming year. And as far as growth, I mean Christians and reaching people that are going to be able to come into our server and be an impact. Okay. So that's a little bit about that. What do you feel about that? You like that? Good idea? You guys like that idea?
Sounds good.
Sounds good? Okay. Great. All right. So the chat, that's always, the key to everything that we do on here. And the chat is starting to grow a little bit. I'm excited about that. I'm going to really try myself personally to get more involved in daily chatting, and but we need to keep it going, and we need to increase it if we can this year. So each and every day, each and every time you can send a post our way, it's much needed right now. Any kind of interaction in the chat, keeping the chat alive, is going to be crucial to our continuation here on the server, right? Events. Events are the way we're going to keep communicating our vision and the things that we want to do on here is through these events. So this one here is going to run this Thursday nights, as I said. It's the big push, as it were, that we're going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing some campaigning. When I say campaigning, I mean actual. We're going to invest a little bit. We don't, I'm going to start and do a little investing, not a lot. I don't have a lot of resources, but what little we have to try to advertise a little bit. Now I have about 3 or 4 places that I'm going to be reaching out to, and each one of those could create a substantial amount of people, or it's just, you never know how that's going to go, right? I mean, it's not predictable how many people we could actually get from that. We might get 20, we might get 10, we might get 1,000. It just depends. So, but we are going to try to go beyond. And again, me and Gamewar were talking about, keep, bumping the server and trying to use the algorithms within Discord to grow, to partner with other sites as we can, and really try to, you know, build. That's what we want to do. We want to build. We want to get stronger and such. And so we're working on that, and hopefully as we move on into 2022, we can see that happen. So one of the things that I need help with personally, and this is something that I put out there yesterday, is we're going to create an event outreach team. Now, this team could be anyone that wants to help me That might mean making flyers or posters. Um, it may even mean helping me with my social media accounts to get the word out. That takes most of my time. To be honest with you, yesterday I spent a long time on that little promo that I did because, first of all, I didn't know what software I was going to use. That was the biggest problem. I had to do a lot of research because, believe it or not, to find to find a software that would actually allow me to use the video and create buttons and things where people can click on, that's not easy. That takes a little bit of research and know-how to do that. So it took me a long time to create that, and I can create those types of things. I've been doing it for years, but what takes me a lot of time is then trying to get that out. I have quite a few different places that I send that out to, and it does generate leads. I mean, when I say leads, you got to understand that I come from a sales background. When I was in the ministry, I had another job where I did sales and promotion. So I use the word leads, but leads is kind of not the right word. It's more or less just promotion is what we're looking to do. Promote our server and our events. If you'd like to help, let me know. It's something that we might have somebody that can post to social media. So we might, find people that we can trust that I could give access to or create. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I could actually create on Facebook. I have a page, which is mostly where you would post a video or advertisement, and then it would basically go through all of my people that are on Facebook that I know, and just keeping people in the know of what we're doing is important because, like I said, the people like Jordan that was coming for a while, and Hannah that was here for a while, and Natalia, and how many others. I mean, they don't come all the time, but they're people that I've been in constant contact with. But if we had a better, more organized way of doing this, it would shore up a lot more time for me, that's for sure. So I could be doing more things like, you know, other types of things that will help us grow. So far, I have one person that has said, "Yeah, I'm going to help with that." You don't have to let me know right now, but think about it. And I know you guys are busy with school right now and things are heating up for you. So even if you can't do it now, some of these things that we're going to be doing are not going to happen overnight. We're not going to, throw everything out in one week. We are going to start Thursday night the new Bible study, which I'm very excited about. I think it's going to be awesome. Not because I'm doing it or anything like that. I didn't mean that, but just because it's the Word of God and because of the subject, the content. I'm really excited about it. So that's Thursday night, and then some of the things that I want to launch in the very near future. One of the things we talked about it already, but it's small classes. Um, Coming from a church background, we use small classes to grow our ministry. And well, some of you heard about Oxford, the school shooting there, right? You heard about that right before Christmas. Pretty tragic. It made headline news all across the country and even the world, really. But I used to pastor a church in Oxford back in the 1990s. So I know a lot about that area. But the reason I bring it up is because we were starting what we called a home missions church, and that was basically a church which was on the go. We didn't have a building. We met in the school. It was on College Street, I remember, right in downtown Oxford. We used to meet in the school gymnasium. And we started out, and how we grew was we started these small classes. It's the same principle here. It's the same thing. It's just digital instead of actually meeting in person. We're just meeting digitally. And I found a site which allows me to create courses. And the thing that's really cool about it is it's free. It's really unheard of. We got kind of blessed to find it because I was looking at other sites that were what they call course creation sites, where you create courses and you can create a class on anything nowadays, and it's a big thing, and people monetize it. They make money on it. Like, say someone has a yoga class or whatever, and they get people to subscribe to it. It's kind of the way people make money online, which that's a whole other thing. We're not trying to make money. We're just trying to help people. So we're doing this thing for free, and we're offering classes, and we got one class. We're not going to roll out a bunch of classes at once because we just don't have the capacity right now to do it. But we want to roll out a couple of them. One of them is going to be for new Christians, and that can include anybody that's interested in learning of the basics of what Christianity is, what following Jesus is. And so we're going to create, well, I'm not creating these courses. Some of them I will as I have time, but there's so many courses out there that are available that are already ready to go. And so it could be a video on YouTube, it could be a PDF file, it could be a Word document. This course creation thing allows you to have the ability to create a curriculum, and you even can have where it's what you call moderated. There's chat that goes with it, so you could actually meet on there and have discussions, or whatever, or you could just meet on Discord and do that. So, but anyway, it's all going to work with Discord. Now, the whole thing is so I'm not going to roll it out today. I'm not going to, do that. But maybe next week. I've just got Game Warrior on there right now. Were you able to get back on there, Game Warrior? Okay. So we'll eventually get you guys on there. And if you're a team member here, I'll possibly, maybe make you an admin on there. But we'll have to see how that works. The great thing is, if you have an idea for a class you want to teach, or if you want to help, again, these are great tools, right, to have at our disposal. One of the classes we're going to open up right away is for every person that comes onto our server. It's an introduction to Jesus Connect. It's basically going to be like a class where you come for a week, maybe you know, 1 or 2 weeks. And I haven't really thought it fully through yet, but it would basically, what it would do is it would give new people a sense of belonging and an understanding of what we're all about, what we're trying to do. Answer their questions, regardless whether they're about the server, about Jesus Connect, where, I'll just share the history a little bit about where we've come from, where we are, where we're going, whatever, that kind of thing. Churches do this all the time. It's really all it is a way to get somebody that comes on to the server to feel like they matter to us, which they do. I mean, obviously, we're on here for people, or we wouldn't be here. But it gives them the assurance that if they have prayer requests, if they want to know, like this would particularly be valuable if we had a bunch of classes that we were offering, like on the Bible. So, say we had 2 classes going on, one on prophecy and one on the Gospels. I'm just throwing that out there. So they come into learning about Jesus Connect, what we're all about. We can say, and by the way, while you're here, you can sign up for one of our Bible study classes. So you get them immediately involved in what we're doing. Okay, that's the reason you do that. So we are going to be creating that relatively soon. So what I'm looking for from you guys is any kind of idea, feedback, whatever you think that introduction class should have in it. Maybe we should have a little bit about, maybe somebody's new to Discord. Like so many people that I'm probably going to be introducing into the server myself personally are going to be people that know nothing about Discord, like my nephew who came on here. So maybe we're going to have a session where somebody just gives them the rundown on what Discord's all about. They can ask questions about Discord in general. You see what I'm saying? So that could be helpful. I think some people may come into Discord if they're not a gamer or if they're not used to the Discord world and they're thinking, wow, this is really strange or this is different. So having a session on a Saturday for an hour on Discord where they can ask all the questions in the world, and I can see one or two people that would be really good at that, at doing that. So think of something that you think would be good for that class, other than, I'm going to obviously be talking a lot about our what we're all about. So that's, and then of course we want to do Bible classes. That's why we're here. We want to teach people the Bible. And so some of these classes are going to run on algorithms. In other words, they're just going to be classes that people can take online through that site. And like I said, the site will make sure that it connects through Discord. I mean, we're not going to be able to integrate it with Discord. It's going to be a link. That's all. They'll have to go to the link. So classes are going to be a big part, in my opinion, on how we can get people, which my goal is to help people grow spiritually in Christ. Classes are the great way to do that, right? I mean, we can get them. So what in the world was I doing here? Did I close that? I did close that screen share out, didn't I? Or did I not?
No, not yet.
It's still on?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's crazy. All right, let me do that right now. All right, there we go. I was looking at something in the background. It looked like it was my video screen background. That's why I was confused. All right, so a little bit about that. Classes. Which I think is a good idea. New people. So a new person is somebody, obviously, comes into the server and they start to, get involved in our chatting, and they're coming in. I think the best thing that we can do is just keep doing what we're doing, engaging people. If they come in and chat, I see everybody's doing that, being really helpful. If they ask for prayer, obviously responding in the prayer request channel is important. This is just natural, normal flow of things. And that's happening here. So that's really good. Believe me, it's important. The more that people come in and they hear from us that we're here, that we're live, and stuff like that, that's what people want, 100%. That's why they came on here. They want to talk to people, they want to have friends, and they want to meet people. And so orientating them to a class is the key. So again, enough on that. We'll get more into that over the next few weeks. And so that brings me to some of the things that we were kind of wondering about is we haven't had a whole lot of traffic, new traffic. Um, so we're wondering if either we're not bumping the server as much as we need to, or we're just really running a tight ship to where maybe I don't know how that works as far as we were getting a lot of trolls even we're not getting them at all, which I'm glad. I don't want trolls, but at the same time I don't want to cut out the opportunity for people to reach people. So again, coming back to that, maybe we need to look at what our parameters are there. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, seems like we're not getting as many new people as we were. There could be a lot of reasons for that, other than, but that's one area I would look at and say, okay, we want to be able to be secure and everything like that, but we also want to get new people. It's kind of a catch-22 because if you loosen up restrictions, then I know you're actually inviting trolls. So there's got to be a happy medium in there. And so we need to look at that and figure out, is there any way we can loosen some of these firewall restrictions that we have on here without completely opening us up to attacks? I don't know. That's the question. And that's the question that I think we need to look at there. Okay, so that's something we can discuss, kick around, figure out, and whatever. I've been on tons of sites, like when we were on Rabbit Chat. Rabbit Chat was not at all, I would consider, an encrypted site by any means. It was a troll site, but we did fine. We actually could ban trolls pretty quickly. We had a good easy way to do that. But we also had people that were, you know, fake, phony, that eventually really started liking what we were doing, and we were able to reach out to them. And so that was awesome, and that's something that I would like to be able to do here as well. We don't always know. Like I always say, you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't, you can't. We can't kick people out because we don't like their name, as long as it's not a swear word, cuss word, profanity laced name. I think we can deal with people that have problems, or even that might be coming into troll, but as long as we have control. So that's things we can look at as we go along as well. And let's see. So the area that I'm most concerned about for us going into 2022 is continuing the chat, continuing our events, continuing to incorporate new things. If we have bots, things that we think can help us, obviously that's always welcome. And finding ways that we can promote on Discord, our server. If there's additional ways that we can find to do that, we should always be looking at that as well. But one of the things, like I said, number one, if I were to put and prioritize what are the first things I want to do in 22, the first thing would be to get that. I call it event outreach. You can call it event promotion, event coordination, whatever. but we need to, hopefully we can get some people on that will help, and that would be huge. I mean, I'm still going to be involved in it, obviously. I mean, I always have people that I'm reaching out to. So that's that. The other thing is, again, just ongoing things that we do on the server to try to make it better. Obviously, that's always welcome. Um, there are other things that I would like to integrate as we go along. I noticed that, you always, if you go to other servers, you always look at things that they do, and you might glean something, you might glean an idea, you might see something somebody else is doing, you think it would be a good idea on Jesus Connect. Always bring those up. Let us know. Because sometimes people have good ideas. And look, none of these ideas are original. Everybody, if you think you have an original idea, somebody else already thought about it. So it's not like you're not stealing their content. If somebody has a bot, it's out there. Anybody can use it. So if we have something that we think would help us, by all means, we should talk about it. One of the things that I saw, which is an idea I already had and had used it in the past, is homework. Um, People that need help. We're starting to get more students obviously coming into the chat. Somebody might need help with a certain subject. Somebody else is good at that subject. Tutoring or having help with homework is a huge thing that could benefit somebody, and it's a good way to get people coming onto the chat. So if you feel like you might want to help with that or whatever, again, ideas, things that's going to help us as we go forwards is always welcome. All right, I'm pretty much, that's it for me for this session here. What we're doing, I don't know. Does anybody else have anything? Game Warrior, do you have anything? Uh, or Tentia, or even Nina, do you have anything that you'd like to share, or anything that you think we could be doing more of, or maybe you've got an idea? Let me know. This is the time, and we'll definitely write it down.
Well, the only thing I could say is that we could try to start opening up positions for moderator or other positions. Right now, I'm working on a form for. I guess we could call it the event team or whatever. For it's like an application,
Event
just like
outreach.
moderator stuff like that.
I like the word outreach because I think it really,
Outreach.
I think it expresses what we're trying to do across the globe of the internet.
Okay.
Outreach. But that's just me. I mean, if you want to call it event coordination, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better, to be honest.
Yeah, I tend to be like overly thinking names and titles, but sometimes I think, you know, it doesn't really matter what we call something. It's what we're trying to convey, right? What we're trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm working on that right now. I know we gotta probably go through the bots again and think it over again and think what we don't need anymore. Like I know Discord has a where they have a timeout now, so some of the bots we probably don't need to use anymore. Maybe. Honestly, it's a lot better to use it in Discord than a different bot because it's integrated and all that.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
agree with you. Anytime you can minimalize something, it's better, in my opinion.
but yeah, I'm just working on that application right now. and just keep doing what we have been keep doing. I looked at the stats. What Discord has pretty much. It just says that we don't have enough members to actually calculate different information. So just gotta keep on pushing the bump and all that stuff.
Sure. All right.
Oh, okay, Nina. Yeah, Nina says she thinks it's definitely a great idea with that homework thing
Okay.
you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we could open that up around Discord. If you know people on Discord, you could just throw it out there. Hey, we're doing a homework, event. You don't have to say event, but I call things events. Just the way I rationalize it. But we're doing a homework thing at 4 o'clock on Thursday. Come to our server. Yeah, so that's something that I definitely think we would be able to get people, and it would help them. It's again, we're all about helping people, right? So that's an easy one. I know two people that would probably be good at that. Go ahead.
At what?
At doing homework, helping people, tutoring people that have needs in their schoolwork.
Oh yeah. So we were talking about time zones, Pastor. What do you think about that? She was asking. We were trying to make rules for time zones. I know there's a lot of time zones. I don't know if we should. I don't know how to work that out because that's like I don't know how many time zones in the world.
There are like 30.
30?
Yeah, around 30, I think.
Wow. Okay. What do you think?
One for each hour. One for
Damn.
each hour, and then there's some half-hour ones.
Really?
Yeah, like India is half hour off from the time zones in between. It's in between.
Well, that's a trip. Okay. Didn't know that one.
So we could just generalize it to like from this time zone to that time zone, to this time zone. Like so that we have like 4 groups of time zones, I guess. I don't know. 8? I don't know. Not 8. Never mind, not 8. 4 or 6 time zones. Time zone groups, I guess. Let me think. What are the American time zones?
You got Eastern Standard, you got Pacific, you got Central Mountain Time. Then there's Atlantic Time up in Canada.
Holy cow. I didn't think of all that.
There should be an algorithm though.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, but if I divide each section by continent, it should be a lot easier to make the roll. So if I do North America and then I put time zones for North and South America, pretty much align. So if I say time zones for the Americas, then it's going to be easier to compartmentalize everything.
That is a good point. I'm really surprised there isn't something already that has all of these time zones in it as a clickable option, like you do on any site. You put your time zone in because it's already.
I mean,
but somebody has.
I think there's something like that.
Yeah, that would be. To me, that seems like that would be a lot easier if we could find something like that.
I think there is. I think there is in the server overview. You can set. I think you can set the time zone or whatever, or maybe it's just the country that's it's native to. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Never mind.
I wonder if there's a bot that does
Never
that.
mind, man.
A time zone bot.
I'm looking right now. So far, I found one, but I don't know if it's that specific or I don't know how it works. So
Yeah,
I'll look
that's.
into it. Maybe there's a bot that can have embeds for time zones. I remember talking about that one.
But if not, then I think Nina's idea is good because you narrow it down to regions, and then how
Yeah.
many North America has how many, and then South America, whatever.
Oh, yeah, definitely doing that.
That's probably a good idea.
Definitely pretty.
yeah,
We should we should take a poll on what events you think are the most effective and the ones that we should keep and the ones that we should throw out, like movie nights. We didn't really give it a go that much. We did maybe one or two, but so I think that one's still up in the air. But that's an event that we could still do. But karaoke night, that was a kind of a success when we did that.
Yeah.
So
Was on one.
yeah, or video night where you just watch YouTube videos and chat. That was a success too. So I think definitely need to do more things like that just to bring people together. So these would be additional events during the week. Yeah, talent show went way beyond what I thought it would. It was very good. I was excited about that one. So I think we need to do more of those type of things.
yeah. I think that's all I could think of for right now. Though all that for today, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. I mean, we covered a lot of stuff tonight. It gives us an idea of where we're going. So we are going to be on this last but not least. We are going to be starting. We talked about classes, but those were for other people, so to speak. Not to say that you couldn't take them or get involved in them, but from a staff thing, we talked about doing this team building um, one, and well, see if I can pull this into the real world. There, teamwork. I want to go through that with you guys. Life lessons that you can take with you the rest of your life. Yeah, put it on your resume. This is an actual college course on how to work as a team. Those are the kind of things that no matter what you do in your life, you're going to have to work with people. So if we can learn and glean some things about how to do that and work together, like we're doing now, I mean, this is how you do it. But we're really, I think, mainly right now just wanting to keep going with what we're doing. Add things that we think are going to make things better along the way, and we will. And things we will grow. We will grow because we're going to be on a lot of different things. But what one last thing, and I just want to make sure we understand this because this is actual what we're going to be starting on Thursday. So how it's going to work? Me and Gamer, we sort of talked about this last night a little bit because there was some confusion the last few times that I did a live stream. We were on Crowdcast, that didn't work, and then we tried another thing and that got messed up. So we're going to make it real simple. We're just on Thursday nights, not any other day. We're going to do for the reason of being able to share on more platforms at one time. We're going to be on YouTube Live. So what we'll do is we'll share the YouTube Live link on Discord, wherever else we're at, and people will just simply click a link. Most everybody has YouTube in the world, so it'd be a simple way for it to get us all synced up. Now, we're not probably going to, I think we decided not to share screen it in Discord simply because we'll share a link, but we want people to be able to chat with us. So if you're on YouTube Live or if you're on Facebook, most of you don't go on Facebook or whatever, so we're not really going to use Facebook on Discord, but I'm going to be on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So I will see conversations from Facebook and from YouTube. Now, all of you will see the same conversation. You'll see anybody that types in, or it's the same thing as on Discord. It'll just be on YouTube Live, okay? That's just on Thursdays. And Friday will be on Discord. Sunday will be on Discord. So it's going to even out. If for some reason you can't get the YouTube thing, doesn't work for you or whatever, don't worry. We're still going to be live other nights on Discord. But I'm doing this because I have a lot more reach with the YouTube Live because I can universally use that on a lot of different sites. And we've already tested it out and it works pretty much between the sites. So that's just a little bit about that. So when you come on Thursday, you'll get a link. You'll click on it. You'll see the video, the audio, everything coming from YouTube Live. I'll be on a dashboard that looks like the Enterprise from Star Trek. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. And it has all kinds of things where I have to operate from, and then the chat comes in through that. But I'm actually going to be in about 5 different locations, so I won't be able to really interact too much. But now we're still going to have people on Discord in case people come in. Somebody will be there to direct them to what we're doing. The Facebook part of it, I'll take care of that. So, any questions? Anything else that you can think of? If you do think of anything, let me know, and we'll try to answer that as we go along, or add to it, or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, what now?
I think I found a way to embed time zones,
Oh.
like different clocks
Mm-hmm.
for different time zones. So it would show what time it is in this time zone and that time zone.
Oh, wow. Well, that would be cool. How does that work?
I found a video on it, but it looks like it's a bunch of code pretty much.
Uh-huh.
JavaScript.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you on it.
Okay. Thank you. That's awesome. Well, if something like that worked, that would be cool.
Yeah, it would work in like conjunction with the roles, with the time zone roles.
Oh, okay.
So someone would have this role, and then you'd be able to look over here to see what time it is for them.
Okay.
So yeah.
That sounds good. Are you guys Nina, are you in a brand new what do they call it, a marking period or whatever?
Our marketing period changed over around Thanksgiving, so we're kind of like in the middle of it right now.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Anybody see Marky at all ever, or talk to him or anybody?
I saw him talking in the chat a little bit ago, like around Christmas time, I think. Oh, well, I think he messaged on his birthday.
Okay.
Because that was the 29th, I think.
Yeah. We are going to try to do some more live polling, and it's not polling. What do you call it? Games where we do live questions and stuff, and send prizes out. We're trying to get all that together too. So that's a good way to get new people too. Now, see, the thing is, Discord, they had at one time, in conjunction with the stage, they had it to where you could actually reach out to random people. But because of the trolls and everything, they had to scale back on that. And that's why now they don't offer that. Now, that doesn't mean they're not going to rekindle it with a different, security or whatever. But right now, they're not offering that. So that's the problem, is if you open up to random people, you get the trolls, and that's usually what ruins sites. So that's why they are keeping things kind of where you have to bump the server, you have to do this in order to get that. You know what I mean? You have to do certain things. So that's why we're trying to figure all this out. But anyway, I said all that to say, if you see people in other servers or whatever, and like we're doing the homework thing or we're doing a live, game thing, then let them know, because that's a good way for us to get new people too and grow. All right, I'm done talking for the night, unless you guys got other questions or concerns or anything. Otherwise, we can adjourn for the night, and we'll be back Thursday for the first Bible study that we're going to be doing on going higher with God. So that's that. Anybody else want to say anything? Got anything or whatever? All right, we'll see you Thursday. Thanks for all your help. And if you're working on stuff, Godspeed on that. And we'll see everybody back Thursday. Wow, look at that. It says January 4th, 2022, 10:01 p.m. Right on the money. Yeah, it's working. You just hit you hit Central Time, Pacific Time, and Eastern Time.
What did you find?